Hey there, welcome everybody. Today, we're gonna find out the top beaches in Playa del Carmen. We're gonna choose which one's the best. Little hint, this one's not it. But right now I'm in the center of town to start our journey. So you probably heard of Playa del Carmen, which is only an hour south of Cancun. But when you come here, there's a lot of options of where to stay and what to do. So how do you choose, are you gonna be by the best beach or not? That's what I'm gonna show you today. Following along, you know that I travel around the world, mainly Europe and Latin America, trying to find the best places to vacation, be a digital nomad, be an expat, and to give you an honest opinion on them. I'm trying to achieve the life of my dreams and take you along the way so you can see the flops, fails, and successes as I do it. Today I'm doing pretty good. It's winter, and I'm in Playa del Carmen. I'm gonna show you the top 3 beaches in Playa del Carmen. This is going to be a showdown. We actually had so much fun exploring and deep diving into this area that it's gonna be a separate video for each beach that we explored. All right, so let's not lose any more time. Let's hit the beach. Today we're gonna check out the supposedly stunning beaches of Playacar, which is south of Playa del Carmen. Okay, so I'm all shined up with my SPF 85. I stayed in a very local neighborhood because if I'm not gonna stay like right on the beach, why pay for an expensive place when you still have to walk? So I am going to catch one of the bike rentals that I talked about in a previous video about how to get around Playa. Check out my other video, the top tricks for getting around Playa del Carmen. Let's see, beach number 1. Now beach number 1 is called Playacar. Sounds like Playa del Carmen, but it's not. It's a separate development called Playacar. It's a little bit more exclusive, so you have to walk all the way to the pier and then kind of walk along the beach till you get there because the beaches are all public. So I'm gonna take the bike to the closest point I can get to and then walk the rest of the way down the beautiful beach. There's no facilities at the beaches that I'm going to, unless you're staying at one of the all-inclusive, so you gotta take your own water, sunblock, beach towel, and anything you may wanna snack on. Here I go, here I go, here I go again. This is called Parque Fundadores. Parque Fundadores means, I think, like the Park of the Founders. It's a really beautiful spot that most people first arrive to because it's right where the bus station is that comes from Cancun or Tulum or wherever. Pretty much the center of town, right on 5th Avenue and Juarez. And you get to see this, I've always loved this beautiful sculpture framing the beach. Isn't that pretty? This is the main beach here at Parque Fundadores, the main beach in town. It's not what I consider one of the best beaches. That's why we're gonna go to the beach in Playacar. All right, so it's looking really nice today. The water's looking nice. There's a little bit of seaweed already, unfortunately, even though we're really not in seaweed season yet. But it's not that bad, just a little bit in the water and a few clumps on the beach. It's a crowded beach in the center. That's why I'm taking you to the top 3 beaches. This is not one of them. It's just your first taste. Where are you from?
Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
French-Canadian.
What's that?
Are you French-Canadian?
No, I'm originally from Germany.
I was gonna say, I hear a little bit of an accent.
Yeah, we moved 2009 to Canada.
Oh, wow. So what do you think so far? What's the best thing and the worst thing?
I find there's a lot more people than Cancun, for example.
Oh, really?
Like the public beach.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
What do you think of the beaches? What do you think of the water?
This is pretty dirty compared to Playa del Carmen, for example.
Dirty in what sense?
Like the seaweed.
The seaweed, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the seaweed came a little bit early this year.
Oh,
Normally
yeah?
doesn't come until about April, but they just put in the news it just came like last week, so it's kind of a bummer.
Oh, okay.
Playa del Carmen is like really wavy, right?
Yeah.
And then you, like when I was there last time, you can't get one of the shelters because they were all full.
Yeah,
and you couldn't buy anything, and it takes a long time to get there, so I think that's why a lot of people don't go there.
I guess, yeah.
Here you could just walk, you know, that's what used to be nice about Playa del Carmen, you could just walk from your hotel and be on the beach.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at this hair. So this is what you do, you kind of slip over the pier to the Playacar side to get to the more relaxed beaches, and then you just walk, walk, walk. Honestly, I am already disappointed by the amount of seaweed. It's still winter time, and there's not supposed to be seaweed yet, but there is quite a bit. They would consider it low to moderate levels of seaweed, so it's still nice to swim and enjoy, but not perfect paradise. So this is one of the resorts at Playacar, like right inside. Their beach is kind of crap, honestly. But the water's a really pretty color. Looks prettier when the sun is shining. I got a cloud for a second. Give my face a break. Sometimes I feel bad for these people that paid all this money to buy houses right on the beach and then have seaweed almost all year now. But then again, they're super rich, so I guess they don't care. Or I don't care. The water looks awesome though, honestly. I can't wait to go in a little bit further down. This part's looking pretty nice. I'm outside of Casa Maeva. So the further you walk down, once you get into Playacar, the more the crowds thin out. I've probably been walking for about 20 minutes now, and there's lots of space. Very friendly people. So yeah, it's not too crowded. I'm still in front of what's called Phase 1 of Playacar. And eventually we'll get to Phase 2 and then there'll be some resorts. But if you're willing to walk half hour, 45 minutes or more on the beach, you can have a lot of space without a lot of crowds. You're still gonna get some seaweed though, it looks like. Actually, if I wasn't trying to see as much of the beach as I could, I'd probably just plop right here. This is a really nice little spot. Not a lot of seaweed, not a lot of people. The water looks so beautiful. I'm gonna give it another like 15 minutes before I'm gonna jump in because I just can't resist. It looks so gorgeous. I wanna make as much videos as possible, but I also wanna enjoy that water. Oh my God, it looks so beautiful. Right in front of this like blue and orange house. This is also a nice little public access, very pretty. I'm getting close to one of the major resorts in Playacar, Fase 2, Phase 2. So the beach really widens out here where all the resorts are in Phase 2 of Playacar. Really widens out a lot. So the grand one that looks like a palace is called Riu Palace. Riu Palace. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job here of cleaning up the seaweed. It's a lot less than the other spots. It's a nice beach. It's a really, really nice view from up here because the ledge blocks the seaweed. Really nice view from up here, Riu Lupita. Yeah? He said it's a nice place with nice people. It's Riu Lupita, right? Some happy travelers. And this is just regular Riu Playacar. Lots of shade, which is cool. Lots of shade, but also quite a bit of seaweed. So rather than Riu Palace, this is Riu Playacar. Different name. Little further down, little further south. So, after about an hour and a half walk, I'm finally to the end, and I think this is called Playa del Amor or Playa Amor, Beach of Love, because there's nobody here, well, almost nobody. No facilities. It looks pretty tranquil and beautiful, yeah. I don't see very much shade though, and definitely more seaweed here because probably there's nobody cleaning it up, and also just the way that it's shaped. So, an hour and a half walk from the pier through Playacar, past several resorts. Let's see, was it worth the hour and a half walk? So Playa del Amor and this little Emma's Cove or whatever it is, at the end of the walk through Playacar is not worth it. It's all dirty seaweed and garbage. Yuck. Like bug-infested seaweed. Scared to even touch it. Looked like it might have been a paradise at one point. But I am not going in that water. I also don't really feel that safe out here, even if I was with somebody else, but especially not by myself. If someone came to rob me or, you know, just followed me here, there'd be absolutely nothing I could do. No one would even hear me screaming, so no. But I could definitely see how this would be really, really beautiful spot with no seaweed and in safer times. In those days, it probably would have been worth the hour and a half walk. So in the Great Showdown, this one is definitely a loser. Okay, so I kept walking a little bit further. I saw some people coming from this way, and there actually is a little cove with no seaweed. It's pretty magical. It's a nude beach, actually. That's why I'm not gonna show this side of the beach. But, yeah, like, hardly any seaweed. Well, there's a little along the edge, but... So I guess if you keep going, you'll eventually reach the paradise. I guess I'm gonna have to go in the water to see if it was worth the hike. Let's go. Okay, so I found a very special beach. Turns out to be a nude beach. I did not know that it was gonna be that, but it's the only one that doesn't have a lot of seaweed. It's actually really cool, really beautiful. It took me an hour and a half to get here, all the way from the pier, but it was worth it. I took a swim and it was delicious. Unfortunately, I can't show you on here because it's YouTube, but yeah, nice little gem. All right, thanks for getting all sweaty and sandy with me. You've now seen all of the entire beach from the middle of Playa del Carmen all the way past Playacar. This is a lot of ground we've covered on our quest to find the best beaches in Mexico. Come with me tomorrow as we check out the next beach to the north on our Playa del Carmen Best Beaches of Mexico Showdown. We're gonna go the opposite direction from the center of Playa del Carmen and see the beaches in front of the Hilton and some of the 4- and 5-star resorts and another secret beach that's supposed to be the best beach in the entire Mayan Riviera. And don't forget to subscribe and like so you can be one of the first to know when a new video comes out.